Well, good morning. I've been to my car boot sales again, and I bet you can't wait to see what goodies I found. I found some really cheap but good bargains this week, and really good variety. I'm really pleased. So stick around, and got some really interesting and exciting things to share with you today. Now, start off. Everything's come from my local car boot sale flea market in Cardiff, UK. Let's start off with the box set. Now, there's damage to the box here. It's missing a piece, but that's not the end of the world. And we have a serving set. Bear with me. Hold them in. Now, normally you'd associate these with fish, for serving fish. However, they're engraving. So I don't know whether they're sort of like Canadian. They have a sort of Canadian look with this engraving on here. So you have the stag and in the woods engraved. You've got a white metal, which is no doubt silver, this collar, and then a antler horn handle. And same here, absolutely amazing quality, little engraved again, same banding. These came from a gentleman who said they were house clearance. They've never been used. They are mint. As I said, there's damage to the box, but the actual servers themselves are absolutely beautiful and mint. That's the only thing that's missing is that. Now, this is all cut and lined to fit the horn. So I don't know whether to get a new box, because they're standard pretty much. Rip the inside out and put the inside in a new box, or just sell them as they are. It's only the box got a bit of damage. It's not the end of the world. As I've said, these are normally associated with fish servers, but I'm going to just sell it because of the stag as a serving set. And some of the people are asking crazy money for these. No, I paid £20 for the pair. Now, isn't that a bargain? That's like $26, $27. They are mint. They're beautiful and they're mint. I see them at least 3 figures. So I'm over the moon with that. When I was looking this morning, dearest set I found was like $450, $500, and the cheapest set was around $100. So they're going to be going around £100, £120 on the website. This little beauty here came in for £2. £2 whole pound. That's like $3, if that. And I have a little carved horn snuff box formed as a tortoise or a turtle. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. That was £2. Now, on the day, I must admit, I'd be honest with you, I thought that was like £80, £90. But I have Googled them, and there's a couple available, or a couple sold and a couple available, from sold at £55 to asking £80. So I'm going to be going in around £50, £60 for it, but £2, wasn't that a bargain? I love that. Off the same seller, this was the house clearance gentleman in Splott, and we bought these at like 4 in the morning. I had this oil can, Royal Snowdrift Oil, and you have this green oil can with the decal on the front there. Nice thing. Now, he charged me £15 for this, which is, give or take, $22. However, when you put it in with a little snuff box, £17 the pair comes in extremely cheap. Now, I actually Googled this at the stall while he was emptying other boxes, and they are comfortably pulling between £30 and £85 for this particular oil can. So there's a profit on there. I'm probably going to ask 45, something like that, 45, 50 online, and just leave it sit there till someone buys it. But £15, over the moon with that. I had a couple of really cheap buys. Same house clearance stall, I had this, which I'm not sure if it's like a little church collection plate. I'm not sure, or whether it's just a tray out of something larger. I don't know what you think. It has a feel of being like a church collection plate. However, that's why I bought it, because of that stamp. It cost me a whole £2 again, or $3 again, and it's interesting. So a bit of research needed, but I'm never going to lose on £2 for a bit of wood from Sweden, am I? This one was stunning. We have a little glass slipper. If I can, I'll get in nice and close. Can you see all this white lattice work? It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know whether you can see it. Crisscross white lattice work through the entire piece. Now this is Italian Murano glass slipper. And there's even the blue, the white lattice running through the blue. It's a beautiful little thing. Bit of weight to the gold gilding, but other than that, really nice condition, no chips or cracks. And this cost me a whole £4, so about $5.50, $6. Really, really nice. And again, I've googled these, and they range sort of £30 to £60. So for a little Murano glass slipper. So if you see these, if you see anything with this sort of lattice work, you know it's pretty good. I used to buy a lot of Salviati glass with all that lattice work. It was beautiful. I've had a few pieces of glass. This is Czechoslovakian. It would have had a little frog or glass, metal mesh lid. And they'd call these like a frog vase because of the frog lid. And I think this is by a company called Wells. But look at the colouring. Black, orange, yellow. Absolutely beautiful. It's got a couple of small little flea bite chips up on the rim here. Nothing much, because when the mesh goes over it, you don't see them anyway. And again, that was a whole £1. Absolutely love it. Beautiful little glass vase. Same seller as the house clearance stuff. I have an old nickel 4-pillar corkscrew. Now, you'd wind him in, obviously, there, like so. And then you'd hold on to that part and turn this part here, and he would then push the cork out. Well, I presume that's how you do it anyway. Yeah. Because that bit turns and pushes it up, and that stays the same. So yeah, that's how you do. You wind them in, and then you turn this bottom section to pull it out. It's a pillar corkscrew because it's got these pillars. Now I did try searching. There's no names on this at all. Now this owes me £2 again, so not $3 again. Now I did try searching. I found 2 4-pillar corkscrews. I found this one here in brass. Very similar, just a different shape handle. But other than that, identical. And I found this one here, again, same design, just again, different handle. This one has an Italian maker on it. They were both Italian, so I'm not sure. A little bit more research needed on this one, but corkscrews, anything wine related and things like that sell for really good money. You know, comfortably, I can see sort of £30, £40 on that. Again, for my £2. The last bit of glass is this, which is sort of turn of the century or just before turn of the century, Vaseline glass in blue, beautiful blue, and this will be produced by Davidson. This really is absolutely stunning. And this cost me £4 again, so about $5.50, $6. There was a time just like that would have been sort of £40, £50, but now it's sort of a £20 dish. They've certainly halved in price over the years. This stuff was really hot back about 5-10 years ago. Still collectible, but it has come off the boil a bit. Next, I had a pair of candlesticks. These are Botanical Garden by Port Marion. And they're a second by the looks of it, because there's a scratch through the mark, which I didn't actually see on the day. You see that cross? That means they're a second. So there's probably a flaw somewhere in the pattern or something like that. There's no chips, no cracks or nothing on them. However, they are a pair of Port Marion Botanical Garden lamps. I can't see anything wrong with them, apart from that scratch in the mark, which I wish I'd seen on the day. I would have used it to knock him down. But when you're buying at 4 in the morning and 5 in the morning in the dark, you buy fast and you can't always see. So that scratch, anytime you see a scratch through a maker's mark, it means it's a second choice. I paid £15 for the pair, so about $20, $22. I don't see them being a problem. I still see them being around £30, £35 for the pair. So there's a good profit left on them. Same seller was selling some spoons. Now he offered them to a friend of mine and said a tenner. Well, these are Georgian spoons. You can see George there in the hallmark. So they're probably around 1800, 1810, something like that, 1820. I haven't looked them up. I'm not bothering. I bought them as scrap. He offered them to my friend for a tenner. I weighed them. They were 26 grams or 26.5 grams. And I managed to have them for £7 because my friend turned them down. So they work into me 20-something pence a gram. So they're going straight in the melting pot and they'll be saved for another day. The bowls are out of shape and they won't. It's just not worth the hassle for a simple spoon. So they're going in the scrap pot. There's a profit there. There's probably a double up there by the time I sell them on. This one shocked me. Now, I found this on the store and it is beautiful. This is jade. And it's not just jade. I've tested it. So you can see there, I've tested the bangle and it comes up as jadeite. So there's no question whatsoever in my mind that it is a jade bangle. Now, it's not just a jade bangle. It's got a safety chain and all this silver on here has been engraved. Now that's a lot of work. Inside is stamped 925. Yet it's fake. Now why would you use real jade, go to the effort of putting a safety chain and engraving all the silver if you're going to use silver plate and mark it as silver? Now it's fine. I'm still going to be selling the item, but I'm going to take the 925 stamp off. I'm going to file it off and sell it as silver plate and jade. It's still worth far more than I've paid. I paid £15 for this, which is about $20, $22. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. But what I don't get is there's probably £2 or £3 worth of silver on this bangle. The money is in the jade and the work that's gone into it. So why the hell would he use silver plate and then stamp it as silver unless somebody has bought the stamps? Now, this is a real problem, and this should be illegal. On eBay here is a purity stamper for silver and gold. Now, this shouldn't be allowed. People can buy their own steel stampers and put their own 925 or 18 karat or 24 karat marks onto anything they want for the sake of a fiver. So that has to be a major problem. There's a market because one's been sold here just on this one. Right, that's without any other sellers. And they've got it down to 925, 18 karat or 24 karat letter stamp for jewelry purity marking. And let me see if I can find it. Down here, then, they'll have the mark there for hitting onto the jewelry. Now, if you ask me, that should be illegal. They shouldn't be selling those stampers outside of assay offices. So it could be that someone purchased this as plain white metal with jade, and they've stamped it themselves. I don't know. It's very possible. All I know is I'm going to take that stamp off. You can see the stamp there. I'm going to take that stamp off. I've acid tested this. And it has bubbled up green. So I'm not going to sell this as silver, but it is still a beautiful, beautiful bangle. Nonetheless, and it could have been a lower grade silver, and somebody's put one of those 925 stamps on there. I don't know, because when I scratched it underneath to test it with the gold acid and the silver acid, it's still white metal underneath when you scratch it, so it's not on brass or copper. But yeah, beautiful thing. I'm not going to lose no money on it, but just be careful when just because you see something hallmarked or stamped 925 or 9 carat doesn't mean it's real, because they can buy the stampers on eBay. Next piece, I've had a little bit of jewelry. I had this first of all, which is a little Queen's Guards officer on horseback brooch. Little hand-painted or enameled metal brooch. It's not gold or anything. It's just costume jewelry, probably brass. That came in for £2. I just thought it was quirky enough. If you like military, you could have even served it, and it'd be a nice brooch for you to have. So that was £2. I think that's worth like a tenner. And then I had some designer jewelry. I had some Thomas Sabo. Now, I haven't had Thomas Sabo for quite a while, and it does pull good money. Now, I've had here a charm bracelet in Thomas Sabo. So we have, I believe that's the Eiffel Tower in gold plate. We have a heart, a silver heart, and then a little Thomas Sabo ring to show it is Thomas Sabo. The heart is in, the silver heart's got a love on the back. The gold heart has nothing. I'm going to double check that they're not actually gold, but they are gold plated, because I haven't even looked. I just assumed they were gold on silver. Let me see, bear with me a second. Thomas Sabo AG 925. Yeah, they're just gold on silver. And the Eiffel Tower, let's just double check that one, because you never know. Because people buy these for presents once they've bought them, the bangle. Yeah, it's gold on silver again. But nice things. Now, that owes me £7 sterling, so about $10. And it comes with the box and everything. So that's a nice little find. Again, I think that's sort of £30, £40, maybe £50 with the charms on there. And with it, because I paid £10 for the two, so we'll class this one as £3, I have a sterling silver ring. Fully stamped inside 925. It looks to be an amethyst ring. To be honest with you, it's got a look of being designer about it. Really has. Stamped on the back of the underside here, 925. Now, I'm not going to clean it, but it hasn't got a silver finish. It's almost like a goldy finish on this as well, but it is 925. So a nice little ring there. I paid a tenner for the two. Do you know what I didn't do? I always do this. When you see jewelry boxes, I always pull the inserts out, because you never know what's hidden behind them. I've actually found sovereigns before now. I've bought a little silver ring, pulled it out, and found somebody had hidden sovereigns behind it. So you always got to pull the insert out and check. Okay, my final piece for today's video, and it's a corker. Coming in at probably 2 or 3 kilos. I haven't weighed it yet, but probably 2 or 3 kilos in brass. Cut and engraved brass. This isn't cast. This has all been engraved. Now, it's got a hole in the head there, and it's got a hole in the body there, which is hollow. Now, I'm assuming that this is some form of oil lamp. I'm not 100% yet. It's got a tiny hole down there from the casting. Really is absolutely stunning. It is absolutely heavy as hell. I'm going to share some photos with you with this one now, so you can see just what I mean. You can see there, it's absolutely, that's a better image to show the cutting. It's absolutely stunningly cut. You got the hole there, which I think would be the res for the oil, and then the burner part would come out here possibly. Gorgeous looking thing. Now, I bought this off a dealer who actually bought it down there on the day, and he bought it down there, showed me, and we were having a chat trying to figure out exactly what it was. Was it an oil lamp, or, you know, we just weren't 100%. And he asked if I was interested. I said yes. I asked how much, and we agreed on £30, which is about $40, $41, something like that. That's a really good looking thing. I need to do more research on there, but I'm probably, at the moment, I'm thinking it's like £100 worth. I'm thinking it's like £95, £100 oil lamp. I was wondering, could it even be a bar lighter? You know, where you'd have your oil in there, a little wick coming out there, sit on a bar for people to light a cigar or something like that. But it's got a handle there on the back for you to carry around, so it could just be another oil lamp for walking around. So I'm not sure. Give me your thoughts. See what you think. I did actually put it up on 1 or 2 Facebook groups, and nobody commented. So obviously they didn't know what it was, or hadn't seen one before. Real nice, interesting thing. I think that's it. I'm going to share the pictures I've done with you of the little turtle snuff box now. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much done for today's haul. I don't know what you think. It hasn't been expensive. Dearest thing, obviously, is the oil lamp, but it's also beautiful. I think I've probably kept one of the best for last. And I love the serving set. So, thanks for watching this. So if anybody wants close-ups of the turtle, it is absolutely gorgeous. I should have put him in a bit earlier, but there you go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.